Kia ora, everybody. Welcome along to our show, the 2013 New Zealand Horse of the Year Awards. Wonderful night ahead of us, and it's just great to see so many people here tonight. We've got two apologies to make, firstly, at the start of the night. The first one is from Benji Marshall. He sends his apologies, which is rather decent of him, considering that, like the Tigers, we didn't want him either. And Karen Fenton-Ellis, who is the host of this show every year. Karen sends her apologies. She's actually in Europe visiting a daughter at the moment, so understandably unable to make it here tonight. But Steve Davis unfortunately could. Welcome, Steve. How are you?
Welcome, George. Nice to be a part of this evening. Yeah, thank you. I just love the introduction, and of course you were thinking about Ebony and Ivory. I was thinking that I was Stevie Wonder. That's why they played that. That makes you Paul McCartney.
It's rather appropriate that Stevie Wonder was one of the singers in that song with Paul McCartney because he's blind. And you people have got to put up with us. Unfortunately, it's like the blind leading the blind tonight.
No, it isn't. Tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen, is a chance to reflect and acknowledge the excellence that has occurred in the 2012-2013 season. And what a lineup of horses. George, I've got to say, there are horses tonight that in any normal year would have won. They're going to probably miss out tonight.
Yeah, that's a reflection of the calibre of the finalists for the various awards. I think we've got the 2-year-old category is a very interesting category. The 3-year-old category as well. We've got Derby winners galore in the 3-year-old category. Of course, tonight, Steve, culminates with the naming of the New Zealand Horse of the Year.
I tell you what, Lance O'Sullivan's the only man with a mantelpiece big enough for all 3 trophies. You're going to give it to your brother-in-law?
No, I think they're starting to get heavier, Steve, but we're very proud of them.
Listen, there's a lot of doomsayers out there in the industry. Can I just say this on behalf of the industry? The amount of investment you have made in this industry, broodmares, stallions in particular, you've got a lot of confidence in them.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And at the end of the day, you're dead right. We have, over the last 20 years, or longer than that, but certainly since we've been up in the Waikato, and recently over the last 12 months. And there's a lot of work, there's a lot of investment. At the end of the day, we are extremely proud as a family and as Waikato Stud for O'Reilly to be the first stallion to have achieved these 3 awards.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mark Chittick, ladies and gentlemen, Waikato Stud, and yes, as he says, the first stallion to win all 3 awards. George?
Congratulations, guys, and what a wonderful story too with Saida.
Yeah, we thought we might have been here sometime earlier when she was racing. We thought she was an enormous talent. That was sort of the career was cut short, and the longer she's retired, the faster she's got. But to certainly bring a horse, or to express her ability through Ocean Park's been wonderful. And there's a few people to thank. Andrea Rickmeister, the surgeon that operated on it twice, Jonathan Hope from Cambridge Vets, and the guys that looked after it did a wonderful job to enable us to be able to be here tonight.
Yes, Broodmare of the Year, Breeders of the Year, Brent, come forward. Faith, love to have you here. You're looking younger every time I see you, Faith, looking absolutely gorgeous. Terry, Brent, just want to say this to you. Trelawney Stud, you know what I'm excited about is the legacy of Trelawney, which was established by the Otways, and to see it carried on with the Taylor family now.
Steve, 20 years. We bought Trelawney Stud with Keith and Faith, and it's been a fantastic time. We've been very privileged to take over a very historic part of New Zealand's thoroughbred industry. We've tried our best to be able to do it, and it's taken 20 years to get here, and quite emotional actually, because I've seen the quality and the calibre of people being up here before us, and to be considered alongside them is very, very much a privilege.
600 metres from home in the Cambridge Stud Sir Tristram Fillies Classic, spread out over 9 weeks, and the favourite Fix has been in front throughout, been annoyed now by Emerald Queen. Working round is More Than Sacred. Jamate's been in the cheap seats throughout. Kidwelly waiting on a room in behind these. Soriano's a further 2 lengths away, wider out. Love Tessa down the outside. Fix the leader, they're coming after her. Kidwelly's starting to wind up, so to a Soriano. Emerald Queen, More Than Sacred, and now wider Love Tessa. It's still Fix. Here's Soriano, Kidwelly. Kidwelly coming after them as well. Fix all out the hold out. Soriano and Kidwelly. Fix just in front though, and she's going to do it again. Fix won the Cambridge Stud Sir Tristram Phase Classic. Soriano was second. Photos for third. We had more than... What a wonderful year for the filly.
Oh, it's been absolutely brilliant. Really has.
And her consistency throughout the season as well.
Yeah, she's a tough customer, as Ken will contest. But no, she's done us proud.
Ken, you and Bev, of course, training the filly, and her consistency throughout the whole season was great. To start off early at Taupo and then move on to run second in the New Zealand Derby. Wonderful testament to your guys' ability to train.
Thanks, George. She went right through, as you say, from Taupo, which was August, right through to running in the Derby. And as backing up what Linda said, she's very tough, and she was backed up and kept delivering. It's an honour to have a filly like this, and I'd like to thank Gary and Linda for giving us the opportunity to train her. And when you look at the honour roll of the fillies that have won this, it's a great achievement.
As they come to the last now, Solid Steel first over from Rio off the inside. Crush Man is coming after Solid Steel. It's Solid Steel and Jonathan Riddell. Crush Man is closing ever so quickly on the inside. Crush Man and Isaac Lupton got the upper hand short of the line. And Mark Olligan and Isaac Lupton and Crush Man win the Wellington steeplechase.
Isaac Lupton couldn't be here tonight, but to receive the award on his behalf is a fellow jumps jockey, Sean Phelan. Sean, join me here. This is most gracious of you to do this.
Yeah. I thought Isaac would win it, but yeah.
So all you have to do is cross your name out and put Isaac's.
Yeah, I might as well just take it home, eh? Yeah.
What makes Isaac such a competitor out there, Sean?
Oh, he's just the man, really. To be honest, like he's getting on a bit, and
Wait! Look, come back. He's getting on. How old is Isaac?
oh, I don't know. He's a lot older than me.
Many chances at the 200. Lady Kipling tackled by Miss Palier. Josephina's coming after them now. Wider out then Ludy Eclipse and final touch Miss Palier. Miss Palier's got the lead from Lady Kipling, who's diving again on the inside. I reckon might have got it. Just squeezed past you this week. Congratulations, Hope. Well done. Hell of a year last season, eh? Look, I think you cleaned up. Most stakes won, which is very important for a jockey. Premiership winner and most group and listed races won. Just one season out of the bag.
Yeah, well, that was the aim for the season, to get as many big winners as we could. And the premiership wasn't something I really concentrated on, but I just want to get the prize money up and make a bit of money, really.
You've travelled quite a bit in the last 48 hours just to be here tonight.
Yeah, I just flew in from Shanghai. We got in about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so we come straight down here. So had a bit of a holiday, and probably time to freshen up tomorrow.
Yeah. Last year, looking back at last season, what about some of the highlights for you personally?
Probably Sangster winning the Auckland Cup was my biggest highlight. I got down to make the weight, and everything went to plan. The lead-up races and in the Auckland Cup, couldn't even ask for a better of run. I was going that well, probably at the 600 only clipped heels just about, but he still won so easy, and it was a great training effort from Trent and Natalie, and everything worked out perfect.
So Sangster's such a good horse. It was a bad ride, but it still won, eh?
I just had to sit there pretty much. He took me.
Representing the Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman team is Andrew himself. Andrew, what a tremendous thrill it must be for a young guy like you, just joining an old guy like Murray Baker in training partnership and having the wonderful success of last season.
Yeah, it's amazing, you can only dream of that sort of thing, and for Murray to give me the opportunity that he has, he didn't have to do what he did, but he did, and I think this is a recognition of a lifetime of hard work on his part more than anything, yeah.
Murray's not here tonight?
No, he couldn't be here, no.
Well, that's good. Because I'm just going to say this in front of all these people here tonight, that working with Murray Baker must be a bundle of laughs every bloody day of your life, eh?
Yeah, the Murray Baker at the stable isn't probably the Murray Baker that other people see, He's quite a reserved person, he doesn't put himself out there as much as others would, but I think he sort of lets the results do the talking.
And as you say, it was a huge gesture by Murray to take you into partnership, and a wonderful opportunity for you personally. Looking back at the season, some of the highlights?
obviously done deal in the success we had in Australia, but you know, all the winners are special. You know, from my first winner, Thunderbird, one at Taupo, right through. You know, every winner, it gives you a great buzz, and that's the good thing about it.
Bayron, the leader. Ocean Park with that dazzling turn of foot has gone up on the outside of him. He's still sitting on the inside with Bayron though. Ocean Park in front from Bayron. 2 lengths away then we've got Allegrio running on with also better than ever. Ocean Park's in front from Bayron. Ocean Park next stop to Boy, and I'll be right there with you, son. Ocean Park back to his brilliant best.
Welcome to New Zealand once again.
Thank you very much for being here. It's an honor.
Well, it's an honour that we had the opportunity of seeing your horse last season.
Yes. He's doing very well during the last year, yes.
Of all his wins, and I suppose you're going to say the Cox Plate, but is that the win that really stands out?
I should think so, yes.
Silly question, really, wasn't it? Of all the horses you have raced, is this realising the dream?
Realizing dream?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so, yes. Realizing dream, I mean, the cosplay is a legend for Ocean Park, yeah.
Look at Tom Smith starting to arrive. Out wide, a solid steal. They jump the last. Cape Canaveral, Tom Smith and Sean Phelan range to the lead at the 150. Myths and Legends trying hard with Cape Canaveral, then Shooting Daggers and Sportavian. Tom Smith, Myths and Legends is trying hard on the outside. Tom Smith in front though from Myths and Legends and Cape Canaveral, but down to the post, Tom Smith and Sean Phelan, and he gets the big one, the Rod and Gun Great Northern Steeplechase.
Ladies and gentlemen, we talk about living legends. You're a legend in our industry, Anne.
Well, thank you. I don't know why, but thank you.
Jumps racing wouldn't be the same without the browns and the brown colours, and long may you continue in it.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to be. I mean, I can't live forever, can I? But I love it, though.
That is the main. Let's talk about Tom Smith. How is he?
He's fine. Yep, he's good. That was just a hiccup down at Wellington, and I think I took him to Ellerslie the other day, and he went really well. So I'm quite happy with him.
All plans to go back round again in the Great Northern?
Definitely. Hope so.
It's still the race, isn't it, on our calendar?
Well, it's the one I think. It's one I just, you can't win it often enough, and it's very hard to win.
It certainly is hard to win. We've put it back now, and I think it's well placed. We all think it's well placed. Do you think it's well placed? Because I know you were a little bit reticent about it.
Well, we did very well before they changed it, and I've done quite well since, so...
Up towards the corner they come in the Taunui Farm Diamond Stakes, 450 metres to go, and Rude Awakening the leader, led by a length now from Bounding. 2 lengths away, Repulse Bay, Elstrada coming out after them. Further back then is Zaragoza and Girl of My Dreams. Rude Awakening being shaken up by Boston. Bounding is trying hard, about a length away. 2 lengths away, Elstrada, then Repulse Bay. It's Rude Awakening, a length and a half clear from Bounding, then Elstrada. Further back, Girl of My Dreams. Oh, you can wake me anytime you want to, baby. Rude Awakening won the Group 1 brilliantly. Rude Awakening, the champion 2-year-old of last season. Another very proud moment for you, Albert, and the team, of course. And what a wonderful season the filly had for you guys last year.
Yeah, look, I think this is the proudest moment, Winning the Cracker Million was wonderful, and the Group 1. But look, we came here tonight knowing Recite was unbeaten, a fantastic filly. And I think one of the great things would be if Rude Awakening and Recite could actually have a race together, and see who was the better filly, because she's a great filly. But no, a wonderful season,
It was a wonderful season for Rude Awakening, but things didn't go to plan all the time. Firstly, the race we saw earlier when Bounding won at Counties, it was a terrible start by Rude Awakening, but she was able to bounce back.
Yeah, look, that race at Counties shows that at the start she was held in the barriers. Which is no one's fault, just something happened and she was held in there, so she must start by just probably 7 lengths off Bounding, and look, it ran her reasonably close, so it was a terrific effort. And I think during the season though, she showed that she probably deserves this award. After that race, there's probably no other horse that could get near her, and we just hope that she can go on with it next season.
My pleasure now to introduce you to the former trainer of Rude Awakening. Stephen Marsh, I know the filly gave you a tremendous thrill training your first Group 1 winner with her last season.
Yeah, look, it was a big thrill, and actually pleased Albert gave me a little bit of credit there. I know I pulled out the barrier 18, but yeah, look, she gave us a lot of thrills in the season. Probably the Cracker Millions was the biggest, but then, you know, her coming back and winning the Group 1 was obviously special, being my first Group 1, yeah, for sure.
Now, how is the filly and what are the plans?
Look, she's coming up super. She'll have a little exhibition gallop on Monday at Taupo, and then she'll fly out to Melbourne on the 1st of September. And from there, she'll have her first up run on the 7th, and from there, she'll make her own way. There's so many races there in Melbourne. There's plenty of Group 2s, Group 3s, or she'll head for the Coolmore. But look, there's a lot of races there, and look, she's coming up super, so I just hope she can, go back to Australia and just show them what she can do.
It's a done deal, still about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead, but he hasn't moved on him yet. Kingdom's led up the rise, but he's erratic. It's a done deal, chiming in, and the pocket rocket from New Zealand claimed them in a stride. And it's a done deal, race to the front of the 200-metre mark. This is an exercise gallop. He's moving away for one of the most impressive wins you'll ever see in the Derby. It's a done deal, and a hand canter wins it by 5 lengths.
If I could have a moment of your time, Murray Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, not only do you race the horse, but of course you bred him as well.
Yeah, great thrill to breed a horse like that. A fair few years ago, Arthur Orman found me a mare, Sweet Violet, great grand dam. I raced the dam Starring, and I was shares with Patrick and Star Real, and she unfortunately hurt herself and couldn't race, but great thrill.
It certainly is. You've gone back a long way then with Murray Baker as well.
Yeah, I'm Murray's longest standing owner, so that's a long while.
You're a very patient man. He is a special man, though, Murray Baker, isn't he?
He knows his job. He's won 3 derbies, 2 seconds in Australia, so he knows the Aussie game as well as New Zealand. And he and Andrew and Bjorn over in Sydney have done a great job.
You know, the exciting thing about this horse, what really got me is when Murray said, "This is the best horse I've put a saddle on."
It took a long, long while to do that. I think he had to win the quadruple crown to say that, and no horse in history has done it, so yeah, he's a hard man to convince.
Emily, congratulations, done deal. He must be a super horse to work with. A pleasure.
It's just unreal. You just have to appreciate every time he goes out, and every time I look at him and he's got 4 legs and he's sound, you're delighted. So no, it's great, and thanks to all these owners and Murray for their support. It's been brilliant.
Must be enjoyable working for Andrew Forsman.
Great, yeah. I think he's a clone of Murray. I think he's going the right way.
That is one of the nastiest things I've ever heard anybody say.
Just listening to him earlier, I think he's going the right way, yeah. That's
Well,
got to be a good thing, sure.
Good luck to you. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, the team from Dundee.
Many chances here at the 250. Durham Town, Sir loves a lot. Demofon is still there. Burgundy bursting through on the inside. Out wide, final touch, and here's Xanadu flying. Final touch, Xanadu, Burgundy. Final touch, the mare's got another Group 1. Final touch, what it's... Well, Karen, I'm sure everybody here would be absolutely delighted for you. Congratulations with Final Touch being named the New Zealand champion sprinter of last season. I know that it's been a real trying time for your family, for you personally, over the last few weeks. You've got all of our thoughts are with you, of course, with the sad loss of your mother recently. But this mare has just given you so many thrills last season. 12 starts, 6 wins, 3 Group 1 wins in the season, and nearly $500,000. What a wonderful season. Congratulations.
I've got to firstly thank John, because without him I wouldn't have her. Every year I breed a few foals and he goes and has pick, and of course he chose her, and if he hadn't chosen her, being a breeder myself, I sell them all, so she would have been gone, and of course he's kept her, and we've had all this great trip that we've had with her. She's given us all a lot of pleasure. And I must next thank Chris, because unbelievable rides. Chris comes and helps us ride work, but he can't get on final touch.
Coming around the turn, and the 3-year-olds are the leaders. All too hard, but now Ocean Park starts to wind up. All too hard from Ocean Park, and then came Piero. All too hard, and Nick in front. Ocean Park stride by stride getting to the 3-year-old. Ocean Park got up to All Too Hard. They hit the line. Ocean Park wanted to hit to All Too Hard.
Team Ocean Park, as you're becoming known, and Gary Hennessy, an opportunity of talking to you along with your owners here. Gary, I got to know, when you get a horse like Ocean Park, how early do you know that he's so good?
Oh, Steve, I fell in love with him the first time I viewed him at Trelawney Stud about a month before the yearling sales. And, I just targeted him as a must-buy on my list. And unfortunately, we missed out on buying one, and Karaka won, and he was in the select sale. So I was lucky that I still had one to buy.
I'm going to say, so what happens? Talk me through the process. You go out, look at the yearlings, you get on the phone, ring Hong Kong and say, hey, Steve and Andrew, I think I found you one.
I can't give too much away, Steve.
You must tell them you got a short list, or they give you the short list?
Oh, definitely. I go out there and identify horses that I liked, and Andrew had asked me to find a horse, and would I come in partners with him? And, if I'd wanted to win a race in Hong Kong, it would have been the Derby. And so that's what I was looking for, a horse that could get 2,000 metres.
Well, you can certainly do that. Listen, talk me through that spring you had in Victoria. The hype, everything else. Did the pressure ever get to you?
Oh, no. We had a bit of an experience in Sydney, and so, I just come back from there with, a lot of confidence with Lee Freeman. He identified the horse and said, the Cox Plate was a race that, he thought this horse could win. So with that in our mind, I just went home and started plotting a course, and we tossed up whether we'd look at the Cox Plate or the Caulfield Cup. And what he did in the McPhee, just stood out. He was the Cox Plate horse, all right.
He's gone for gold on Sangster. 350 to go. He's 4 lengths in front from El Soldado running on. In Savannah Rush for the back chaperone. Then My Scott's Grey. 250 to go. Sangster. It's dance time. He says he's 4 lengths in front from El Soldado. Going a very good race. Then came Savannah Rush. But Sangster and A.B. Boston. It's Sangster in front of the cup. And the favourite will deliver. The Sangster's in the house. Represented by Martin Bradley. Martin, this horse has been a real dream horse for you guys, hasn't he? Right from day one.
Yeah, I think Trent and Natalie picked it out at the Ready to Run sales for 19,000, and then declared it as their first ever Group 1 winner before I went to the races. So, yeah, we've been pretty lucky, it's fair to say. Before
we talk about last season, let's go back to probably the highlight so far, the career one in his career, the win in the VRC Derby as a 3-year-old, capped off a wonderfully, perfectly timed preparation. It must have been a big night in Melbourne town that night.
Yeah, it was a fairly large night. We had quite a large night the night before, actually, because we hadn't met each other until the night before. So yeah, we had a pretty good weekend. I think it's pretty special when you're on the dais getting the trophy and there's 90,000 people looking back at you. Words can't explain it really.
I'll go to the brains of the training operation here. So Natalie. This horse, I know you guys have always believed him and always had faith in this horse that he would come back. It must have been so pleasing to see what he did last season.
Oh, it was absolutely huge, he just needed that really good spell really after that early campaign, and he did it, and I think we're going to do it again this campaign too. So the horse is feeling great, and he'll need this run this weekend though, so yeah, we'll hold off bets this Saturday.
Philippa Rush, Pumpernickel, Status, Finnegan, Fox is running on. Philippa Rush is showing a lot of guts. She's going to win it. Philippa Rush, Pumpernickel, Status and Finnegan, Fox.
He's working on Hero. Santa Crest is after him. He's a length and a half away. Hero's in front with 100 to go. I don't think they'll get him. And it's all Hero. Hero's outrun the guns. Rebel's getting out, but it's all Hero. Hero with 100 to go.
congratulations to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, two of Jim's children, Mark and Anna, are here, but Mark, you'd like to make the speech. I think you should. Ladies and gentlemen.
It gives me great pleasure to stand here on behalf of the family. Unfortunately, Chris and Wendy couldn't make it tonight, but Mamie and Isaac are here on their behalf. I'd like to thank New Zealand Racing for acknowledging Dad's contribution to racing and breeding. The news of Dad's award gave Dad a great sense of accomplishment in the last few weeks of his life.
No. Your turn. Your turn. Andrew. Stephen. Andrew here, Stephen here. You seldom talk. On this special night, you need to talk because there are very few people that get to live what you are living at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Thank you. It's really a big honor for us to receiving the Horse of the Year, especially when Ocean Park is about to take up his duty as that shortly. So I really appreciate and very happy.
Is there a danger, having had such a good horse, that the next horse, he's not going to be quite as good? Is that a worry?
I never worry. Just find me one, okay? I'm ready.
It's a dangerous thing because there's about 50 bloodstock agents out there now. You realise that. You'll get inundated.
You can have my number. Give me a call anytime you think you got a good horse. Give me a call.
There's 150 trainers now just texting you. Ocean Park. I mean, what a ride, what a buzz. I mean, going to Dubai, would you ever think you'd have a horse good enough to go internationally like that?
Well, we were quite confident that time, yeah. Except, of course, there's some accidents that happen, you know. I think this horse really a miracle because, frankly, we didn't believe the horse can go for all the time in Australia, and we have been doing excellent, you know.
Your relationship, you're very good friends, business friends?
No, we are not business friends, just common friends, and then we get together because we like horse racing, and in Hong Kong, horse racing is a socializing world, so we just get together.
Is it only this horse you've raced together, or all the horses you race together?
I'm planning to bring him along on most of the horses.
Is it because he's lucky?
Or I'm lucky?
You just don't know.
Oh, we are lucky.
We are lucky. Yes. You're very lucky. A special moment.
Oh, definitely. It was huge. We had the whole family come over for the Cox Plate, and it was the first time that Steve and Andrew got to see the horse race as well, because they come over to see him race in the AJC Derby, and unfortunately he injured a leg on the overnight, and we had to scratch him. So for them to come up and see him win a race like the Cox Plate, and get up and do it, and win 4 Group 1s in a row for the season was just absolutely huge. And just not a thing went wrong, and so you pinch yourself now looking back and seeing those races and what we've achieved.